They found him.
Are we having fun yet?
The Spurs finally found what they were looking for. They've been searching, they've been investigating, and they finally found it. So Jock Landale, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you guys recall, the San Antonio Spurs basically attempted to turn Pau Gasol into a catch and shooter. Like, they wanted him to kind of stretch the floor and just be that stretch big that we could, utilize. And it didn't work out at all. And then they also tried to do it with LaMarcus Aldridge, which it was something that we needed, and it didn't really work out much. It worked out a little bit, but not really. He wasn't happy with it that much. But yeah, so the Spurs have been trying to get this type of big for a long time. And the thing is, when you look at the NBA and you look at some of the best bigs in the NBA, they typically have a pretty good outside shot. I mean, we're talking Jokic, Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, and even when you go down to people like Rudy Gobert, I mean, even though he doesn't have an outside shot, one thing that Rudy Gobert does have is that he's an elite defender. So you got to have at least one of the two things in your game in order for a team to fully utilize you, for you to be considered an elite big in the NBA. So when it comes to Jock Landale, I'm not expecting Jock to come in and end up being like a superstar. Like, I see him in the same light that I see like Patty Mills, right? Like, when it comes to Patty Mills, in Australia, he's a star. And in the NBA, he's not necessarily a star, but I mean, you'd be silly if you didn't say he was an impact player. Like, he makes an impact on the court. So that's what I'm kind of seeing from Jock Landale. And the Spurs been kind of trying to get this. And over the offseason, they said themselves that they really wanted to go out of their way to try to find more size and figure out what they can do. Jock Landale, he's not a great defender. Like, if you've been watching him, he's in the right positions, I would say. But sometimes he's a little flat-footed. He's definitely undersized in comparison to Australia. Like, if you look at any type of footage from him in Australia, I mean, it looks like he dominates. But when you get to the NBA, people are a little tougher, people are a little stronger. And I want to also be honest with this last game. When it comes to the Clippers, they didn't really have anybody to go out there and guard him. When the season goes on, he gets more minutes. He's going to have his struggles here and there. He is. But I will say that overall, Jock Landale, he is a professional. He is pretty polished, and he is what we're going to get. I don't know how much better he can necessarily get. He's a pretty polished player thus far. But overall, like, I love what I'm seeing from him, and he's obviously ready for the NBA. So hopefully people kind of sit back and not get so angry at Pop anymore. Look, I was a little upset too, but with that being said, man, I'm just really happy that we finally got what we've been looking for. And like I said, they tried to do it. We tried to do it with Powell. We tried to do it with LA, but that just wasn't really their game that much. So hopefully we finally got a big that is his role, and that's what he does, and that's what he does well, and we can just roll with that. And the last time I can even think of a big man that we had that actually really worked was probably Matt Bonner. I mean, you guys can correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure Matt Bonner was basically the last stretch big that was extremely just successful with us in that regard. But we've been looking for that for a while, so we got it. Keep it going. I'm proud of my Spurs. We're gonna keep struggling this season, but with that being said, Jock, you keep doing your thing, man. I really enjoy your game. And yeah, with that being said, if you guys want to support the channel, link in the description for that. Only $2 a month if you want to be a YouTube Patreon member. I'll get with you guys later, man. Until next time, deuces.